Hello all, welcome to part 2. So why do we need to use this kind of theory in the world of the modern age of stock markets or financial markets? So as I already covered, today's markets are interrelated and surely innovations are lacking in the field of financial market analysis, and it's a top-down approach to analysis. So why do I, being an engineer, have to create an engineering analysis tool to predict stocks, to predict indices, to predict currencies, to predict commodities? It all started in an exercise that I just wanted to create an engineering analysis tool which can use price volume data to find projections. Of course, there might be similar methods used. Wall Street employs renowned doctorates in physics and mathematics to crack stock movements. Investment bank also does that. But why do engineers, being so analytic, fail to understand markets at times? Or why do we not be encouraged to conquer financial markets? So the main important thing about being a mechanical engineer or being an automotive or an aerospace engineer is to analyze components on a day-to-day basis, and these are regular activities for us. And it's been a privilege for me to work at one of the top three leading OEMs in the world, and I've always fascinated that engineering analysis is a tricky one. So we have to do a lot of things to analyze a component. But Darren, at least the calculators work based on assumptions and historical formulas found by our forefathers. But this is not like that. Stock market changes every day. The predictability of stock market is what makes it still the toughest field to conquer. It might just take a person to have a fifth grade knowledge to understand what is stock market, but to analyze it, it's not easy. It is a completely different level of understanding you need to have about numbers or a lot of things. So why, for me, analysis is gives me so much of happiness is in stock markets there's no boundary conditions. So the boundary conditions or my loading conditions or all the scenarios changes every day. Every closing day I can sense a change in the parameters or the input. So I have to interpret the indicators in a certain way so that I can validate my projections. So that's fun. It's fun for a person who loves analysis. It keeps on changing every day and every day till our die, till our lives. Pardon. So I'm going to share the first time on YouTube some of the projections I have made during the past few weeks. I'm just going to go through it in a very faster pace so that I have to save time. This is Nifty 50 projections for 06/12/2018. The meaning is all the projections are going to be valid after post-market analysis of 5th December 2018. And viewers, it's important to understand this, all these values changes based on the closing data of every day. So every number I change, everything changes in a single shot. So it is very tricky. It has to be done in a very meticulous way. So every input counts. Bank Nifty projections showing a correction after a big surge. US dollar INR projection indicating that it might increase to 71.22. Tata Steel projections indicates that the downside potential is more than the upside, and this we call it as emotional strength, and this is the various indicators with which I normally take the decisions. IndusInd Digital Bank projection: after phenomenal surge, a cool off is happening, and kindly note the estimated time hours. No one gives you the time. No one can estimate time and give you in a platter. Kotak Mahindra Bank this is Escorts, and Escorts is cluttered in the very narrow range of 5% for quite some time, so I foresee a big correction ahead. Adani Ports, it's been having a rollicking time. A large cap rally of 20% is phenomenal, so I feel that further rise of around 400 or 500 levels are unrealistic at this moment, even though the projections shows that, but I do know that it's not possible. HDFC Bank, Hindustan Unilever projected a week back or 2 weeks back that it was about to hit 18,040. It did happen, and now it is further gaining momentum. Reliance predicted a month back that it might test 1,200. Let's see if it can test, but kindly note that market is supreme. So since I can analyze indices and currencies, and I can also analyze global indices, so I'm always in a very informed front regarding analysis. TCS projections, it shows that there might be a correction after a good surge. Oh, this is the time for people to start accumulating on it. Tech Mahindra, it's similar to Adani Ports. It has been really in a rampant movement. Every time it is below 650, it is trying to break above 750. It's not able to do it, so it might take time, yet some time to do it. Vedanta nearest projection is 193.45, and always watch the closing price and the nearest projection which is possible, and just correlate and then map it out. Hindalco nearest projections are 214 and 202. S-Bank projections. S-Banks has been making a news, but I foresee either a blast towards 200 or a crack towards 130. It all depends on the way the market moves. If the market is moving negatively, this also can correct badly. Bajaj Finance, Maruti, and these are the disclosures. We're going to make it public. And finally, a point to add: kindly don't try to use those projections on your own. It requires expertise in understanding the projections. Thank you all. If you do like this video, subscribe to our channel. If you have queries, kindly drop a comment.